Hey guys! Tonight we're diving into the dusty, rebellious world of jeans. Yep, those rugged pants that started with minors and somehow became a middle finger to the establishment. Picture this. You're trudging through a California gold mine in 1849, boots crunching on gravel, the air thick with sweat and dreams of striking it rich. Your pants are stiff, heavy with dirt, and honestly, they're one wrong squat away from splitting. Jeans were born in that chaos, and their story is wilder than a coyote on a full moon. Buckle up, because you probably won't survive this journey without craving a pair of Levi's by the end. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Drop your location and local time in the comments. I'm curious where you're chilling tonight. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You're standing in a gold rush camp, 1850s California, where the sun's baking the earth like a biscuit. Miners around you are hunched over, sifting through riverbeds, their clothes tearing faster than their hopes. Cotton trousers? Useless. They shred on rocks, fray at the seams, and turn to rags before payday. Enter Jacob Davis, a tailor with a neck for fixing things, and Levi Strauss, a dry goods merchant with bolts of sturdy fabric. They didn't set out to start a fashion revolution. Nope, they just wanted to keep miners' butts covered. Strauss had this tough brown canvas, tent material basically, but it was a game changer. You try it on, and it's like armor for your legs, stiff but unbreakable. Davis tweaks the design, adding copper rivets to reinforce the pockets because miners kept stuffing them with tools and gold nuggets until they burst. Fact, Levi Strauss & Co. patented these riveted pants in 1873, birthing the blue jean as we know it. But here's the quirky bit. Those early jeans weren't always blue. Some were brown, others a weird mustard shade, depending on the dye batch. Imagine rocking mustard-colored pants in a saloon. Bold move, miner. The blue we love? It came from indigo, a dye that stuck better and hid dirt like a champ. You're wearing these jeans now, feeling the coarse fabric chafe your thighs, but you don't care. They're tough, like you. Historians still argue whether Strauss or Davis deserves more credit for the design. Davis had the rivet idea, but Strauss had the cash and the vision. Either way, you're grateful, because without them, you'd be panning for gold in your skivvies. Jeans spread fast among workers. You see them on railroad builders, lumberjacks, anyone who needed clothes that could take a beating. They're not fashion yet, just practical, like a good knife. But there's a spark of something else. Miners wore them with a swagger, like they were saying, I don't need fancy, I need real. That attitude? It's the seed of rebellion. You notice how the rich folks in town with their tailored suits sneer at your denim. They think you're beneath them, but you don't care. Your jeans are your badge, proof you're out here surviving. Joke's on them. Those suits wouldn't last a day in the mines. You laugh, imagining a banker trying to shovel dirt in velvet cuffs. By the late 1800s, jeans are everywhere, and that miner's grit is woven into every stitch. You're part of something bigger now, even if you don't see it yet. As you wander out of the camp, the stars are sharp overhead, and your jeans are caked with dust. They're not just how you work, they're how you live. You hear a fiddle in the distance, and you wonder where these pants will take you next. For now, they're just keeping you alive, but give it a few decades, and that rebellious spark, it's going to catch fire. You're no longer in the dusty mining camps, but the spirit of those jeans clings to you like campfire smoke. It's the early 20th century now, and you're kicking around a small American town, maybe somewhere in the Midwest. The air smells of fresh-cut hay and engine grease, and your jeans, still tough, still blue, are starting to mean something new. They're not just for miners anymore. You see them on ranchers roping cattle, factory workers clocking out, even kids dodging chores. Jeans are becoming the uniform of the restless, the ones who don't bow to polished shoes and starched collars. This is where they turn rebellious, where they start whispering, "You don't have to follow the rules." That minor swagger, it's spreading, and you're right in the thick of it. You pull on your Levi's, the denim softened from wear but still sturdy. They're faded at the knees, a map of your life, every scuff a story. In the 1930s, you notice something. Jeans are sneaking into places they shouldn't. Cowboys in Hollywood westerns wear them, strutting across the silver screen like denim gods. John Wayne's got that squint, that draw, and those jeans, and suddenly every kid in America wants a pair. Fact, by the 1940s, Levi's were so iconic that the U.S. government deemed them essential for wartime workers, sparing denim from rationing. You grin, thinking of bureaucrats in suits arguing over your pants' national importance. Essential, huh? Damn right. But here's the quirky tidbit. Jeans weren't supposed to be cool. Early on, some schools banned them, calling them too casual or disrespectful. Picture you, a teenager in 1940, getting sent home from school for wearing denim. You'd laugh, right? Those principals had no idea they were fighting a losing war. Jeans were the underdog, the choice of the scrappy, and that's why they caught fire. You're at a diner now, sipping lukewarm coffee, and you overhear a couple of greasers talking about their customized Levi's, cuff tie, patched up, maybe a chain dangling from the belt loop. They're not just wearing jeans, they're owning them, turning them into a middle finger to the buttoned-up world. Historians still argue whether jeans rebellion came from the working class or Hollywood's myth-making. Did cowboys and miners make denim defiant, or did movies amplify the attitude? You don't care much for the debate. You're too busy living it. By the 1950s, jeans are the flag of a new tribe, teenagers. You're one of them now, cruising in a beat-up Chevy, radio blasting Elvis. Your jeans are tight, rolled at the ankles, and your parents hate them. You look like a hoodlum, your mom says. You just smirk. That's the point. Jeans are your armor against their world of picket fences and 9-to-5s. You catch Rebel Without a Cause at the drive-in, and James Dean's denim-clad brooding seals the deal. He's you, you're him, and jeans are the thread tying it all together. The rebellion isn't just American either. You hear whispers of denim fever spreading overseas. French kids sneaking Levi's, Japanese workers trading cigarettes for a pair. Jeans are a language now, one that says, "I'm free," or at least I'm trying to be. But freedom's got a cost. You notice cops eyeing you when you wear your jeans too loose, too proud. Some towns even try to ban them, saying they incite delinquency. You chuckle, imagining a pants causing a riot. Joke's on the cops. Banning jeans just makes you want 'em more. You're part of a movement now, even if it's just you and your buddies loitering at the gas station, denim on, dreams in your pocket. As you lean against your car, the night air cool on your face, you realize jeans aren't just clothes, they're a choice. You could have worn slacks, blended in, but you didn't. You chose the miner's cloth, the rebel skin. The road ahead is long, and denim's coming with you, ready to stir up more trouble. You're cruising through the 1960s now, the air thick with change, protest songs, cigarette smoke, and the faint whiff of patchouli. Your jeans are beat up, patched with scraps of bandanas, and they fit like a second skin. They're not just pants anymore, they're a statement, a flag you wave without saying a word. The world's shifting. Civil rights marches, anti-war rallies, kids with long hair flipping off the establishment. And jeans are the thread weaving it all together. You're in the thick of a global counterculture, where denim's rebellion isn't just personal, it's political, cultural, a full-on middle finger to the suits running the show. You feel it in your bones. These jeans are more than miner's cloth now. They're a movement. You're at a music festival, maybe Woodstock '69. Mud squelching under your boots, the crowd a sea of denim. Everyone's wearing jeans. Hippies with flowers tucked in their pockets, activists with slogans scrawled on the thighs. Fact, by the 1960s, jeans were a global phenomenon, with Levi's exporting millions of pairs to Europe and Asia, where youth adopted them as a symbol of American freedom. You spot a guy in bell-bottoms, the denim flared so wide it's practically a skirt. You laugh, fashion's getting weird, but it's bold. Jeans aren't just for work or teenage angst anymore. They're art, expression, a way to scream, "I'm different," without opening your mouth. Here's the quirky bit. Some folks got too creative. In Japan, denim fans started aging their jeans by soaking them in whiskey or burying them in dirt for that perfect worn-in look. You try to imagine burying your Levi's in your backyard, digging them up like some denim archaeologist. Sounds like a lot of work for pants, but you get it. Jeans are personal. You've got your own pair, frayed at the cuffs, a hole at the knee from that time you tripped running from a cop at a protest. Every mark's a memory, a badge of your rebellion. Historians still argue whether jeans became counterculture because of the youth or because brands like Levi's leaned into the vibe, marketing denim as the uniform of dissent. Did the kids make jeans cool, or did the company see dollar signs in rebellion? You don't care much. You're too busy living it. You're marching now, maybe in San Francisco, maybe Paris, your jeans rubbing raw against your thighs. The signs around you demand peace, equality, freedom, and your denim's right there with you, soaking up the sweat and the spirit. You see cops in riot gear, their eyes narrowing at your jeans like they're a threat. You smirk. Maybe they are. Jeans are everywhere now, crossing borders and breaking rules. In the Soviet Union, they're smuggled like contraband, traded for vodka or records. You hear stories of kids in Moscow risking jail for a pair of Levi's, wearing them under baggy Soviet slacks to dodge the authorities. It's wild. Your pants are illegal somewhere. Back home, you're customizing yours, maybe embroidering a peace sign or ripping the knees for style, not just wear. You're not a minor, but you feel that same grit, that same defiance. Joke's on the old guard. They thought they could control you with dress codes and curfews, but denim doesn't play by rules. You're at a dive bar now, jukebox blaring Dylan, and you notice how jeans bridge gaps. The biker in the corner, the poet at the bar, the student passing out flyers, they're all in denim. It's not just fashion, it's a tribe. You lean back, sip your beer, and realize jeans have done something rare. They've united people who don't agree on much else. The rebellion's growing, and your jeans are its uniform. As you step outside, the night air hits you, and you wonder how much louder this denim revolution can get. Spoiler, it's about to go global. You're strutting through the 1970s and 80s now. The world a kaleidoscope of disco beats, punk riffs, and big hair. Your jeans are tighter than ever, maybe high-waisted, hugging your hips like they're afraid to let go. Denim's no longer just a scrappy choice of minors or hippies. It's everywhere, from gritty dive bars to glossy runways. You feel the weight of its transformation, how jeans went from rebellion's uniform to a global obsession, slipping into high fashion while still carrying that edge. The miner's cloth is now a chameleon, dressing up or down, but it's still got that spark of defiance. You're caught in the middle of denim's glow-up, and it's a wild ride. You're flipping through a magazine, and there's Calvin Klein, plastering Brooke Shields in skin-tight jeans across billboards, whispering, "Nothing comes between me and my Calvins." It's 1980, and you're shook. Jeans are sexy now, not just tough. Fact, designer denim exploded in the late 1970s, with brands like Jordache and Gloria Vanderbilt turning jeans into a status symbol, selling for prices that make a gold rush miner spit out his whiskey. You try on a pair at a department store, the tag reading more than your weekly paycheck. You laugh. Paying this much for denim feels like betraying its roots, but damn, they look good. The mirror's your friend today. Here's the quirky tidbit. Some folks got weird with denim care. In the 80s, stone-washed jeans hit the scene. Denim tossed in industrial washers with actual pumice stones to get that faded, lived-in look.
You picture factory workers chucking rocks in with your pants, and it's absurdly charming, like denim's trying too hard to stay rugged. But it works. Your stone-washed jeans are soft, pre-faded, and you wear them to a club, dancing under strobe lights. They're not minor tough anymore, but they've got stories, fictional wear and tear for a generation that wants the vibe without the struggle. Historians still argue whether designer jeans diluted denim's rebellious soul or amplified its reach. Did high fashion steal jeans' grit, or did it smuggle rebellion into the mainstream? You're not sure, but you're living both sides. You're at a punk show now, the crowd a sea of ripped denim, safety pins glinting like stars. The punks wear their jeans like armor, torn and patched, spitting in the face of Calvin's polished ads. Yet you also see preppies on campus, their Levi's crisp and tucked into polo shirts, acting like they invented denim. It's weird. Jeans are both counterculture and conformist now, a paradox you can't quite unravel. The controversy's heating up too. You hear about jeans bans in some conservative towns, folks clutching pearls over how tight or ripped they're getting. You roll your eyes, same old story, like those 1940s principals who thought denim caused delinquency. Joke's on them, banning jeans just makes them cooler. You're at a mall, watching kids snap up distressed pairs, each rip a tiny rebellion against their parents' khakis. But there's a flip side. Jeans are big business now, and you wonder if the minor spirit is getting lost in the profit. Fast fashion's creeping in, churning out cheap knockoffs, and you wince at the sweatshops behind them. Your jeans feel heavier, like they carry the world's contradictions. You're walking home now, city lights flickering, your jeans a little too tight after one too many diner fries. They're not just clothes, they're a conversation. The punk, the prep, the model, the worker, they're all wearing denim, all claiming it is theirs. You smirk, thinking of those early miners, oblivious to the chaos their pants would unleash. Jeans are a battleground now, fought over by designers, rebels, and corporations. As you kick a pebble down the street, you know denim's not done evolving, and neither are you.
You're standing in the 21st century now, the air buzzing with smartphones, streetwear, and the faint hum of global connection. Your jeans are a mix of old and new, maybe skinny, maybe baggy, definitely distressed, with a fit that screams you. Denim's not just a rebel's choice anymore. It's a chameleon, slipping into every corner of the world, from Tokyo sneaker shops to eco-warrior protests. But that miner's grit, that spark of defiance, still lingers in every stitch. You're living in denim's golden age, where it's both a billion-dollar industry and a symbol of pushing back. Jeans are everywhere, but they're still yours, still carrying that rebellious legacy. You're about to see how they hold up in a world that's faster, louder, and messier than ever. You're scrolling through your phone, and jeans are all over. Celebrities in $1,000 Balmain rips, influencers preaching sustainable denim, kids customizing thrift store finds with paint pens. Fact, by 2020, the global denim market was worth over $60 billion, with Levi's, Wrangler, and fast fashion giants like Zara pumping out millions of pairs yearly. You're at a street market, eyeing a pair of vintage Levi's, the denim soft as butter, faded just right. They cost more than your groceries, but you're tempted. These aren't just pants, they're history, a callback to those miners you imagined back in the 1850s, trudging through gold dust. You smirk, thinking how they'd lose it over paying triple digits for used jeans. Here's the quirky bit. Some denim's heads are obsessed with raw denim, jeans so unwashed and stiff they could stand up on their own. You hear about folks wearing them for months without a wash, letting sweat and spills create a custom fade. You picture yourself in raw denim, smelling like a campsite, and laugh. It's rebellion through funk. But you get the appeal. It's authentic, a nod to denim's roots when miners didn't have time for laundry. You're trying on a pair now. The indigo's so dark it stains your hands. They're unforgiving, but they mold to you, like denim's telling your story one crease at a time.
Historians still argue whether jeans' modern popularity betrays their rebellious origins or proves their staying power. Is denim still defiant when it's mass-produced in sweatshops or sold as luxury? You feel the tension walking through a mall where cheap knockoffs sit next to artisanal pairs. You're drawn to brands like Nudie, preaching organic cotton and fair labor, but you know most jeans come from factories where workers barely earn a living. It stings, like finding out your favorite rebel's a corporate shill. You're at a protest now, maybe for climate change, and half the crowd's in denim. Ironic, since denim's water-heavy production isn't exactly Mother Earth's friend. Joke's on us, rebellion's complicated when your pants are part of the problem. Yet jeans keep evolving. You see them on rappers, skaters, tech bros, even grandmas, each pair a little different, from mom jeans to jeggings. Denim's a canvas now, ripped, patched, embroidered with middle fingers or flowers. You're customizing yours, maybe slicing the knees, feeling that old miner swagger. The rebellion's quieter now, personal, but it's there. You're at a cafe, sipping overpriced coffee, and you notice everyone's in jeans, each pair a tiny act of defiance against uniformity. Denim's not perfect, but it's still got that spark, that refusal to be tamed. As you lean back, the denim soft against your skin, you know jeans aren't done fighting or dreaming. Now, let's slow it down. Picture yourself under a wide, starry sky, like those miners saw, the world quiet except for a soft breeze. Your jeans are worn, comfortable, a second skin that's carried you through protests, parties, late-night talks. They're not just fabric, they're stories, rebellions, dreams stitched together. Close your eyes, let the hum of the world fade, and drift into the calm of denim's legacy. It's been a long journey, from gold dust to now, but you're here, wrapped in its history. Sleep easy, rebel.